Hey everyone, this is Carolyn Hennesy, your host for Animal Magnetism. Episode 3 of our ongoing series, Animal Magnetism's behind-the-scenes exclusive tour of SeaWorld. I can't remember if this is the episode where we meet the killer whales and the baby killer whale or not. You're just going to have to watch to find out. Once again, be a little patient. Sometimes the camera works a little shaky. Sometimes the sound is a little low. So just turn that volume up and have a great time. Thanks.
To clean the pathways instead of fresh water. We've gone to drought-tolerant plants. We've converted a lot of our landscaping to that. So we're doing things every day, every year to help try to conserve water.
Fantastic.
Can we go back to one of the things they say in the movie?
Yeah. I don't know where you are. Walking.
Well,
We'll keep walking.
we'll just keep walking. So, you were talking back there when we were with the killer whales about the bond between mother and baby and how the grandmother plays a part and how, I mean, one of them's been nursing now for 2 years. So you don't separate for, you don't separate mother and child ever. I mean, if they don't want to.
No, and one of the things we're criticized for by a very vocal, but small but vocal minority.
You mean like in the movie?
In the movie, yes, is that we separate moms and calves. If you think of it, there is no benefit why we would want to do that. We over the last few years, over the last decade, we have had to hand raise calves because mom wasn't looking after it. Your first time's mom rejected it.
Right.
It's just like it happens in the wild. And in the wild, those animals die. Those calves die.
Right.
Here, that's not an option. Here, if mom doesn't care for the baby, we will. But if mom cares for the baby, we are not able to take care or raise a calf as well as mom.
Of course not, yeah.
As well as nature can. So if mom is looking after the baby, why would we do this? We have formula. We can hand raise them. We can get them to 3 months of age. We can wean them. We can wean them on the fish. We keep them alive, but it's much more work. It's much more risk than if mom does it. Plus, then you have a calf that is half human. It's imprinted on humans.
Right.
So then you have to take this calf, who doesn't know killer whales. The killer whales don't know this calf, and you have to introduce it. It's just risky. It's difficult.
It can be done, but it's better.
It can be done, and we do it if we have our back against the wall.
Right,
If
but
the only other
it's the
option is
mother,
calf
it's the
dies,
mother-baby timeline, and you guys, if that's working, you guys don't mess with
stay
it.
out of it.
I love it.
You might meet my
Carolyn, it's my wife's name. My wife.
Yeah, it's a wife. Lindy.
Hi, Carolyn.
Hi, I'm Andrea.
Hi.
Very nice to meet you, sir. Hi. Hi, Lindy. Very nice to meet you.
This is Alex.
Our videographers.
It was our understanding that you guys came ready to play. So what we're going to do is you're on a timeline, but we've got some neoprene for you. So we're going to rush down to the locker rooms.
Okay.
And I was going to throw on some too because I left to play on my day off.
Fantastic.
So
Fantastic.
Let's go.
Come on.
All right. Oh, that would be my trick.
No.
Okay. No, but that's good
So
to know.
that way, if the water, there you go.
You
You're
don't
still
even.
gonna get some in your
Of course.
You don't even want to know how hard these are to get into.
They do this every day. Every day. Good sports.
I'm really
You're doing it for
tired.
And you want to do it twice a day because you don't really want to eat lunch in a wet wetsuit.
Well, sure you
don't. All right, so I should probably leave the glasses.
Sure.
Because we don't want
Let
to
me get
water. I'm gonna go get my baby bath on the way up. Oh my god.
I am very excited. I am a little tired.
I kind of like it because it makes me look good. I feel like I'm wearing a giant Spanx right now.
Look at that. You look good.
Thank you. Thank you. So we've got Crunch, who's a fan of mine. I did
He's the
Crunch.
man.
I did shows with Crunch 25 years ago.
Oh, Crunch and who's Crunch?
Crunch is our handsome old matriarch, I guess you could call him.
Yes.
Patriot. Yeah.
The sea
Patriot,
lion.
thank you.
Sea lion, right?
No,
He's a
dolphin.
dolphin.
You're gonna love him.
we're playing with dolphins
No.
now.
Grace Stafford says you have a sea lion show with somebody and somebody. Walt Clyde.
Clyde Moore.
Clyde. He
Clyde
used to
Moore.
run that whole.
He's the father of many. He's years and years ago, so it's kind of fun that they're still around. We've got Beaker, who's one of 3 generations Beaker's mom lives there, as well as Beaker's daughter.
We've got Crunch,
Beaker,
Beaker,
Callie,
Callie,
and Dottie.
and Dottie.
Yep.
Oh, you are gonna fall in love with these poor animals.
Oh, I'm already in love with the animals. I haven't even met them yet.
Okay, and then the thought process is what we've done here recently is we've started doing what's called the Dolphin Connection. It's basically our opportunity to give as many people that opportunity to learn something about the dolphins and connect. So, reach out, touch, maybe give a signal, maybe help train. So we're going to be on the community side, and we're going to take it, since we have 4 dolphins in there, we're going to utilize the dolphins that aren't actually with us to play with other guests. So,
Now, those dolphins or those people that are now a little bit more interactive with the animals, are they in wetsuits too? Do they put on wetsuits?
the staff is typically in wetsuits.
The staff is, but the guests are not.
For this particular program, they're not. But we do have a program where they can put on wetsuits.
Really?
Yeah. That's amazing. Shall we meet everybody?
Yeah, no, let's be really quick.
Look at these guys in their wetsuits. They look so great.
It's freezing when we're
Hi, Dusty. MJ to Andrea. Hello.
Hi, Chris.
MJ.
I will forget.
Kimmy. Nice to meet you.
Chris. Andrea.
You can just look at our wetsuits.
Yeah.
There you go. Make it easy.
Wow.
Ready? Okay. This is fun. Lindy wants to just hop in. She's ready to go. I do. Like, let's look at you.
You know what? Me too.
I just had 2 days off, so I'm ready. Seriously. Why don't we go this way, you guys? We'll head up to the ladder and we'll climb in the pool as soon as who's spotting? Art and I. Cool. As soon as Art and Casey give us the thumbs up, then we'll be good to get in. All right.
You walk her.
I need to. It's fine. I'm fine.
Deep breaths help. Deep breaths help.
Deep breaths help. No one told us it was going to be this cold. I want to go in.
Okay. Does the obviously that's going to make a difference. So if you come right over here.
First time to SeaWorld?
Great. Yes, thank you. And let me know if we get in your way. Get you your shot.
You're great.
So Beaker's part of the 3-generation family. Yeah. And she's got, she's here with her mom. This is here with her. So sweet. Beautiful. That's right. Okay. We're just going to do, I mean, you probably could nail that. Like one of these big old
Really awesome fun with all of our dolphins here.
If you trust me, I'll walk in there. Yeah, absolutely. Kelly, will you give me a towel?
The cool thing about all those dolphins is that they're actually
Good girl.
look at her tail.
They
Okay. Do you want to wipe them on my drink? I'm not kidding. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yep. And this is pretty cool because we're holding the powerhouse in our hands. So this is pretty much the most trusting behavior you could ask of these guys. Sure. She's looking at Dave.
Limited splashage. This is your gear, by the way.
I know. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and reward her for such a nice, calm, husbandly behavior. Very good. Good girl. Good. Well, not that girl. Thank you. All right, we're going to leave you right in here. You can turn around and there's some fish right in there for you. Make sure that fish doesn't poke at you. There you go. Fantastic. Good girl. Check out some more. Yeah, she'll probably. Pretty girl. Andrea. Like this. See, this is how she's just chewing it up. Just kidding. She doesn't chew her food. Watch it. It'll just go right down hatch.
That's how I eat.
We should probably meet everybody, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Watch her tail right there. Kind of like the movement of a horse. If you'll just back up just a little bit, Carolyn. Perfect. And I'll leave her around. We're going to send her into art. So beautiful. Beautiful. Do you want me to film some and you just film with like Mr. Crunch or something?
No, you're much more photogenic than I.
That's a big joke. So now Mr. Crunch, tell us again how old he is. Mr. Crunch?
Well, we did shows together 25 years ago, so...
In his 30s.
Easy, yeah.
How about Crunch? Can we borrow him for a moment?
Probably the most handsome man in the world.
If Crunch could remind you of anybody. That looks like a Kong toy. Yeah. Is that Kong?
It's a Kong.
Kong
Yeah.
for...
It's basically the same type of thing you'd see for a dog.
Kong for dolphins.
Kong for dolphins, yeah.
He looks much bigger than the girls, doesn't he? Right. All right, guys, leave your right hand on his back and put your left hand underneath him. Underneath. There you go. Now look over at Dave. Give him a big old hug this way. There you go. There you go. There you go.
That is one good looking dolphin.
We just gave her a nice hair dry. Did you see that? It was wonderful. It was beautiful. He's happy. Just huge. And he's so pretty. You could stay here all day with him. Yeah, and he'll stay like that all day. Give me some back rubs.
Hi, handsome.
Back rubs, okay.
Hello, handsome.
Here we go. He's all about it.
Oh, his eyes are just like
Just melting.
yeah, he is.
Just melting. Now this is a bottlenose dolphin.
Okay.
And you have other types of pork
This is an Atlantic bottlenose dolphin. We also have the Pacific bottlenose dolphin. And I'll point her out to you in a little bit. She's much darker, and they tend to be a little bit larger in size.
Yeah, Gracie is ours. You met Beaker. Beaker's mom is a Pacific bottlenose dolphin.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Come on over. Let's give Mr. Crunchman some love. All right. If you guys go around that way, I'll have him just kind of come around. That way you can get him some fish. Oh, yeah. Okay, Andrea, go for it.
We'll give Mr.
Just another environmental enrichment or just a toy. And that's another way to reward them. So it's not just all about the fish. Right. Because they get bored. Right. They get full. Yeah. So we want to come up with fun ways to play with them. So that's why you just saw him playing with the Kong.
You know what's interesting is that you think about dolphins in warm water, off the coast of Florida, things like that. This is not. Just letting y'all out there know so that you can have the experience with me here.
This is about 60 degrees right now. We stay the same as the bay.
And okay, all right.
Let's take a look at his belly. There you go. Let's give her all over for a nice belly rub. You can see his belly button. Pretty cool. Awesome.
Will they trust?
Yeah.
They trust.
And here's his flippers right here. And if you took an X-ray, it would be very similar to him.
Really?
He's got bones in there. He's gonna check. That's what he's trying to do. Bones. Very cool. All right. Since you're right there, Andrea, why don't you go ahead and hold him right here? We're gonna guide him over the wall, and then he'll just rest his face on the wall. He's gonna rest right there. And then you guys can reach out and give him a touch. Now he's got a row of teeth. This is the most amazing thing you will ever touch. But he swallows through whole. Correct. So the teeth are conical in shape. They're designed to grasp on the food and swallow it whole. So they interlock like a zipper. And they're designed to grab onto the fish, but then they want to get their next fish, so they can't take time to chew it, so they just swallow it whole. Gotcha. Very nice. So you guys can hear those sounds that are coming out of his bowl over there. Very good. And some whistles. And can you see these dots right here? Right on his rostrum? Those are actually hair follicles. So dolphins are mammals, and they do have hair. Yeah, you are so good. All right, let's ask him to go in. I want to show you one more quick thing, because a lot of people ask how you can tell the difference between a male and a female. And I know, right? So I'm going to ask him to show us that big belly one more time. I said big belly, I'm sorry, sir. If you look right here, you can see his genital slit, and then you can also see his anus slit. So I want you to kind of memorize that, and then I'm going to show you a female. Okay? So now we know that. Good boy. Mr. Contentment. Going in and see Mr. Art. Kimmy, may we borrow Callie? Hey, you know how they say you get used to cold water after a while? No. Thank you. So now I'm going to show you Callie's belly. Callie's only 5 years old. She's a youngster, and she's the grand calf of the one that Dave was telling you about. Okay, here we go. So can you see that? Those are her mammaries right there. Oh. These are the two mammaries? Yeah. Maybe we should show some tests for mammaries. What do you think? Should we show everybody? Okay, let's go. Let's go over here. We're a good girl. She's going to have some ice. Do you want to give her some ice? So again, this is all part of marrying up the day. It's not just fish on it. Oh, listen to her. And remember, they swallow it whole. There you go. That girl. Because she's not cold enough, she needs ice. 88 to 100 teeth in there. Oh. Good girl. And that's actually pretty good because she doesn't know you, so to have you kind of get close to her mouth like that, it's almost like a vet, husbandry behavior to have one of the vets come in and look in her mouth. Callie, you are so stinking cute, aren't you? All right, let's ask her to wave. So let's take her hand out like this and just wave to the side. And the whistle communicates yes. Now she's going to get no bridge. Listen to you. Oh, yeah. Clapping. How about that? Yes. That's Callie. Good girl. You are so sweet. Very good. Now let's ask her for a different kind of wave. Okay. Here we go. I'm just going to give her a tickle wave. A little different kind of wave. So they use those pectoral flippers not just for waving, but for steering and stopping as they swim. Pretty cute. I think we should spend a little time on the ledge.
We should do some rides too.
Yes.
Start with rides?
Start with rides. We'll go that way. Rides? Who's going to ride?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to ride.
Where is... there you are.
Can you help us with some rides? Great.
I'm going to give this back to you. The ride's going to go that direction.
Okay. And then we're going to swim towards you over by that stroller.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you.
I hope I'm steady enough. It's tough.
She doesn't care.
Okay. You catch. You catch. We're gonna have Kimmy catch. I'll keep shooting. Actually, bigger. Yeah, bigger.
Do you have primers with you?
Hello. Hi.
What up?
You may need to help with the direct because I want to get a nice shot here.
Let go. You can give me your hand if you'd like. Excellent job. Very nice. Good. Very excited. How about you put your hands on, give her a big kiss? That's very rewarding for her. She loves them. Good job.
You beaker.
Take your hand away.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
We love it. Go back that way.
I can't even like wrap my head around.
We love it. We love hanging out with you. Nice. Go ahead, let go. Stand on up. Okay, go ahead, put your hands on. Give her some kisses.
Oh,
Give her some kisses.
you beautiful thing.
Gorgeous.
It sure is.
Take those hands back.
You guys nailed it. You totally nailed it.
You're going to the ledge, yeah? Okay. Okay. Hey, I'm going to give this back to you. The best angle is probably the glass or something.
Yeah.
You got it. Thank you.
It's not like we haven't done it.
I don't do it often.
She's a good dancer. Oh, you're good. Perfect. Go ahead and let go. That was amazing. How beautiful is she, huh? Is she pretty?
If you happen to be just joining us here at Dolphin Point, I'd like to welcome you guys. My name's MJ. Right here, giving you all a great big wave. Right now we have a few different interaction programs going on here at that pool right in front of you. So we have our dolphin interaction.
You want to see her jump?
Actually taking place.
Okay, let's have everybody make a big huge fist.
We have a trainer in the water guiding that program.
Okay, we're gonna ask her to jump. On three, we're gonna make a check mark. 1, 2,
So we actually remind you guys to use the reservation fees.
That's okay. That's a little bit wet.
We also have something very similar to our dolphin encounter. So we have chairs and dolphins. So they actually have some really fun objects and lots of different toys. Like squirt guns.
Now you know a fact about dolphins. Another one.
So it's really up to the trainer to really figure out what that dolphin likes. So maybe they like to believe that they like to swim good. Really, we're just spending time building our relationship. It's very dependent on you. So if you guys are interested in interacting, feel free to go anywhere where you and get some interaction time.
It's too bad they're not having fun.
I know, it sucks. So let's see if I can get some under here.
What?
Sorry, I'm not
Here, what we'll do is we'll do an individual one with each of you. Okay. Okay, and back her up. Good girl. Very nice. All right, we'll go first. Put your left arm on her back here. There you go. Put your right arm kind of slide to the side a little bit. There you go. She'll put her chin on your shoulder. Perfect. So cute. Someday I'll let you know.
Got a new friend.
So cute. How do you feel about getting your hands wet? Okay, then you need to listen to the echolocation. Okay. We're going to point her over to Art. As she's approaching, I want you guys to listen. You're in the water. She thought he asked us for a sport, so she just annihilated him. Oh. Okay, you're in the water. Start listening. Okay, we go. Here. Hey, keep going, keep going. Oh my God. Yeah. Do you hear that? Yeah. Excellent. So that's actually, it kind of sounds like a creaky door a little bit, right? Yeah. And that's her, she's sending out the sound waves and kind of locating us. So she can catch side, shape.
Now, orcas cannot understand human voice.
Right.
But can dolphins? No.
They definitely have energy,
right?
They kind of will get excited when we kind of get softened a little bit. We kind of explain it to the best of my knowledge is like a Charlie Brown adult creature.
Got it. So it's all using their hand signals. Got it.
So we'll do some
But the dog whistle they can hear.
Yes.
Y te oyen, pero no saben
That are tactile.
que todo es como en tu forma
Like the one you did before?
de
Very good. Or you can do the hand signals like we've been doing where it is just sign language. There you go. Right.
You're so used to doing it.
All right, you guys, we're going to splash you for a big bye-bye whammy, okay?
Okay.
Ready? Bye-bye whammy.
Come on, guys. Oh, come on. We can't wait. You want us to get super wet. Really wet. Bye, Kelly.
And then, Dave, you're good. All right, here we go. Super wet. Okay, you guys, hand up in the air. Give her a big, huge wave goodbye. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
problems in the world. Ever. Tell that.
Okay. Do you want to get out and do it? No, hang on. Okay, come here. We have a story.
She has a story.
A week ago, we met a group of orphans from, I believe, Zimbabwe. And one of the little boys, after meeting one of the dolphins, I've told this story 30 times now, he said, I was always taught, and I always thought that animals were put on earth to be our food and just were here for our enjoyment. And then I see that you're friends with them. And seeing you be friends with dolphins, if you can, he said, communicate like this with a beast, the whole world can get along. It was...
They are here. They are here for our enjoyment if we do it in the right way, because then we can be there for their enjoyment.
Yes. We have to
Yeah,
love them.
it's all symbiotic, folks. It's just.
Okay, they're easy to love.
Hey,
aren't they?
you know what? They're so easy to love. So are you. I gotta tell you, so are you. The water just became very warm. You want to get out? You forget that you're cold. Oh, you do. You kind of forget that you're freezing. Oh, right. This is adorable. This is going to do anything.
I know, it just...
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Oh, man.
Amazing work you guys do.
It's astonishing. It's just astonishing. It is fun. And you get paid. You get paid. You get paid to have fun.
I love these guys.
To love them. Yeah.
We say that we get paid by SeaWorld, but we work for them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Wendy?
Yes. Okay, let's head on over.
People need to understand. Yeah, so
Should we walk and talk?
we can walk
Okay.
and talk.
You know, after having that in the program, there was a question that I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
I mean, someone from your side of the fence. Let's face it, they're advocates and detractors. And what made you realize that this is the right thing, that this is a good thing?
I was very lucky. About 8 years ago, because I have a fairly substantial Twitter following, I had a woman just, we'll say uneducated, who thought she was doing a good thing. She sent me a particular video, and she said, boycott such and such because of this video. And in my ignorance, I shot it out to my Twitter following. Boycott. And one man who...
But it wasn't SeaWorld, was it?
It was not SeaWorld. No. One man named Gray Stafford had the foresight and I guess so he happens to be a fan of General Hospital. So he reached out to him and he said, thank you, being as eloquent as he is. He said, thank you for your care, thank you for your concern. We really need people like you. You might want to know this. You might want to know this about this particular institution that you are wanting to boycott. You might want to know this about this particular video. And that it was, and I went, oh, I did the thing that I hate most when anyone who has any modicum of celebrity does, and that is speak out of their ass. Speak without knowing, speak without having the facts. You think, and this is why so many people, because celebrity is a very interesting thing. First of all, it can be fleeting, and you want to grab as much of it as you possibly can. And if you've got your heart on your sleeve, and you look like you're for the animals, and you look like you're for, you don't want anything in cages, and it's like it's all everyone who does what you do, evil. Then you can stay in the limelight a little bit longer. You're also not swimming against the tide, and you're also not bucking the system. So people who are in positions of power who don't have all the facts, they'll hire you. But if you, like me, want to understand, want to get real about the situation, about the state of the planet, the situation that animals are in, the situation that terrestrials and marine life is in, then you're going to go and you're going to get the facts, and you're going to start talking hard. You're going to, because it's a hard choice. For me it's an easy choice to make, to say, look at what they're doing, and it's now not even a choice. It's necessary because of the state of this planet. If it were 100 years ago, 200 years ago, we knew then what we know now. Maybe we could change the time. But that's why, receptacles of specimens, of gene pools, we need it because we are so close to having mass ocean extinctions. We're gonna lose the elephant in 12 years if things keep going the way they're going. It's all about education. I like to think of myself as a well-educated person, or attempt to be well-spoken, but it's because I do not like to see my peers, I don't like to see anybody, but especially my peers, speak without having the facts, speak without understanding, speak without knowing. And what you are doing here, it's not just, I love the fact that you love that they're your bosses, those dolphins. But it's critical. It's critical. It's not just it's fun and games. But the more people that understand why we need SeaWorld here, San Antonio, Orlando, why we need modern accredited zoos and aquaria, the more people that understand, the more in 3,000 years we might not need these places. Do you know what I mean? If the human species has not totally obliterated itself, maybe we can learn enough that we can then once again live in harmony with each other. That's why I'm on this side, and I'm trying to get more people, because and again, Gray Stafford, who is one of the most eloquent people on the planet, he's still very, now Carolyn, let's not get excited, let's not get upset, because I'll hear something and I'll just go, yeah, and question mark, explanation mark, it's like, comes out of my mouth, because I'm like, don't you understand, and he's still very, I worry about your blood pressure, Carolyn, I worry about your, and he's like, now, we have to educate. It's like, oh, right, gotta educate. And so I am blessed that I have him and you all, which I consider part of the Animal Magnetism family. And I'm getting, the viewership, the listenership is growing by leaps and bounds. So I feel like I'm trying to make a small bit of difference. But we were talking about this. If everyone makes a tiny step, you don't buy shrimp from Mexico, you buy shrimp from the United States. Right? Yeah, and if you make sure you cut up your six-pack things. If you just do one thing, then all of that together is a cohesive whole, and it makes it's a sea change. It's a truly, no pun intended, but it's a sea change. So that's why. Thank you. No, thank you. Did that answer your question?
Jen, Amber.
Hi, Hennesy. We did. We had a great time. Woohoo!
Show them which ones the good showers are.
Okay, don't worry. I'll take care of them. Good showers, bad showers. I don't really know the ones on the other side.
That are temperate climate.
Oh,
We're talking penguins.
How about Atlantic, African?
I thought there was one more.
Don't put us on camera trying to with our terrible penguin knowledge. Oh my God.
Great.
Oh, it's like California. Oh, thank you.
Obviously, you're catching me on a good day when I happen to be eating food and water.
You know what? That sounds like a good day.
It was, I said this to one of my colleagues down in Florida. We were joking around, and I was standing up and I had Heath on, and he goes to me, oh, yeah, you got a little something over there. I was like, you know what? Food is our business, and business is good.
everybody.
Hi,
It's nice to meet
This
you
is
all.
Andrea and I'm Carolyn.
Oh,
And this is Alex.
hello, Alex.
And that's Dave.
Oh, Dave, do I know you?
Let's say about that.
You won't admit it, right?
Of course I know.
Well, you ladies wanted me to penguin.
Absolutely.
All right.
Fact, you guys
Let me get my job done. This is a tag with you. I'm 26.
Okay.
26 degrees. The temperature averages between 26 and 28. So,
Wow.
The average age? No, temperature.
And so I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to put the jacket on first. I still like to have the warm cold. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back down. If you ladies like, let me get you some hand sanitizer.
Okay.
And what we do. This is only because we don't know what germs you might have on your hands. So this way it keeps their feathers nice and. What, you want to touch birds?
Maybe.
Is this,
Rush bunny?
is this upstairs? Is this a direct feed?
And that's just something so you guys can actually see where we go. That's actually where I'm going to go upstairs, and you ladies will be on the other side of that barricade when I bring you upstairs, and you'll see all our guys down.
Fantastic.
So yeah, can we get that? Can we get the painting down for you?
I'm sorry, that's brilliant.
You guys saw,
Stud puffin.
you guys saw school.
I have your nice pat down. You get that.
One thing you'll find out about Denise, she's not very passionate.
No. Well,
It's something else.
here's what I've noticed. Here's what I've noticed about everybody here. Nobody seems to be terribly passionate. Nobody seems to love the animals. Nobody seems to be enjoying themselves.
No, not at all.
Or care.
These folks
Not.
come to work every day. They love their work. They look forward to the work.
Everybody needs to have this experience. Oh, what do we got?
Some babies. That's the nursery.
That was a molting baby.
Let's see.
Hi.
There's gonna be like 3 more.
There you go, one out.
Yeah.
So they're getting their feathers.
They're getting their feathers. Oh, gentoos. Come over here. Some gentoos. Just learning to swim here. Oh.
So they're just getting their new feathers. Losing their fluff. Good for you.
Good.
Are they in water, hey?
Huh?
Are they in the water running on the side?
They're just on the side.
Like water. What is that?
Gorgeous.
Have to learn how to swim now.
Oh, here we go.
He's making us get in the water. Oh boy. You can do it. You can do it. Excuse me. I don't know.
That's exactly how I was about a half an hour ago.
I don't want to do this.
That's the swim lesson. Okay, I think you're
That's not too bad. All right, so this wonderful little guy here is affectionately known as Macaroni 207.
And why? Just curious.
It's just because we have roughly 500 penguins in the park, and I don't know how good y'all's memory is. Mine is not that good. I'm lucky if I can remember 5 or 10 names, let alone 500. So giving them all names just is so not going to happen. Sure. So one of the things we do is they do all have numbers, and they have files to go along with those numbers, so we know you're 2 cuties. So we know just when they were hatched, who their parents are, all kinds of information, just like your vet would have on your own dog or cat. Sure. And we put these little bracelets on, and they're on their loose. And one reason we have 2 on either side is because they do tend to play around with them and they can pull them off.
Okay.
And the whole idea is to catch them before they lose those.
Gotcha.
So, you gals are lucky because you're meeting this little guy, and he hatched out around November. He's right in the middle of November, yeah.
So he was very much like me, what we just saw with his swim lesson about, and how old the ones that were getting a swim lesson, they are about?
Those guys are about 50 to 60 days.
Really? But and what's interesting is that they seem much larger
Oh, yeah.
than him.
Because he's a macaroni, so he's a little bit smaller. Those are gentoos that they're going to go right now. And gentoos, those little guys can average anywhere, and I say little, but they can average anywhere from about 6 to maybe 9.5 kilograms as chicks. And then they'll plateau, and then their weight will kind of, oh, nice sport.
Yeah. Business is good.
Yes,
yeah.
I told you.
Poop is good.
And that's what we like to say. Don't laugh, but we as keepers, that's one thing we look at. We look at it, and sometimes we waft it and make sure it doesn't smell. If it's smelling food, is something else. So,
bad
yeah. So, yeah.
Listen, I've had enough audiences do that to me over the years.
Well, I've had parents come in too, and they say the same thing to me. You know, we do that with our babies' food too. I was like, okay, I don't feel so bad. You know, it's okay. So yeah. But he is a little macaroni, and if you notice, he doesn't have his bright yellow crest yet. He won't get those for another year until he goes through molt.
He's got a gel on his head.
Yep, he just has little yellows. You guys want to touch him, see what he feels like? Just go right down his back. And those are his first set of feathers. Before that, he had nothing but down. Which is sort of wow.
Now, what are the nails? Do the nails naturally, I assume when the rock, walking on the rock, that naturally keeps them cut for them, or is it something as part of?
Nope, they naturally wear them down. And they do use those to climb.
Yeah.
It's a natural way of life for them. Now, sometimes with the older birds, what we do is we do have to trim them back because when they get older, they don't want to climb. Sure. You know, it's kind of like my grandmother going on a hike. That's not going to happen. And so, yeah, so we trim them down, and you trim them just like you would a dog or cat. They have a click in there, same thing.
Macaroni 207. How can you tell?
Well, reading from back to front, the very last bead is actually per species. So, for example, if I see a band up there that has the very last one is orange, I know it's a macaroni band.
It's a macaroni band.
And if it were blue, it would be in the belly, yellow would be a genti.
So we have three species.
Well, we have 5 species up there, which is for the smaller guys. Got it. And the emperors and the kings have a different coloration. It's also
yes. No. And then what happened?
Wait, he will tell you. It takes a little while. But then
orange macaroni.
Yep, and then there's a spacer, and then the brown bead stands for 2. The 0 is white, and then blue is 7. So it's 2 7. And that's one of the tricks we have to learn when we're working the bird departments, how to associate numbers and colors. So literally, when we start working here, they give us a little number right with all those little beads, just like he has on it,
and you have a test.
Yes. And you know what? It doesn't take as long as you would think to actually learn how to do that. Within the month, you're actually pretty good at it. Now it's bad because whenever I see a certain color, the first thing that pops in my mind is a number. I'm like, yes. Oh, look at that green. Oh, that's 6. No, it's green. Yeah, so it's kind of yeah. So, now, something you might not know about macaronis also is their bills continue to grow. You see how pretty and pristine this is right now? When we go upstairs, you'll probably see some other birds. That's not a fish, I know. We've been eating all. But when you go upstairs, you'll see some other birds that are a lot older. And some of those birds will probably be in their mid to late 20s. And their bills are incredibly long, and they also come out on the sides. And I jokingly equate their bill growth to rings on a tree. You know how rings on a tree, they say each ring is worth a year, and it says a number of years. Well, when I look at some of the birds in there, you can actually tell about how old they are just after working with them for a long period of time by how far out that growth is. Because it actually looks like little lines on the top of the bill. Yeah. And I'll try to point that out to you. I'm sure there'll be some birds, because a lot of them like to hang up around. So.
Now, how old will these?
Their average lifespan in the wild is anywhere from about 10 to 15 years. We have birds up here that are 30 years old already, 30 and 31 years old.
Yeah.
And a lot of that does have to do with predation. As you get older, you get slower. I can really attest to that. And so big time. And so yeah, and it's just going to move over here because otherwise he's
just like ready to go.
Now tell me
this. They're very curious.
And he is found primarily where?
These are lower Antarctic birds.
Lower Antarctic.
So you would find them in the Outer Islands, not so much living on Antarctica. We do have the 2 species that live on Antarctica, and you ladies will see when you go upstairs. That is the Adelie Kylan. That is the Adelie and the Emperor. Those are the guys that can actually survive down to about -70, -80 degrees, where it's bitterly cold. These guys, don't get me wrong, they can survive down to about -20, -30. Not particularly happy with it, but they can do it. Who would be? Right, I know. Even with all those feathers and that wonderful down. So.
Now, okay, so predatory. What are their predators?
Killer whales and leopard seals primarily for these guys, but just about anything in the ocean that will snack on other birds and things like that, yeah, they're fair game too. You also have sharks for the warmer weather guys. So I know we don't have any of that right now for you though.
No. Long, happy life. Now there's what looks like a. Well, you know what? It's just the webbing. It's just the webbing. The webbing looks like it might be like a non-formed foot, like a non-formed claw.
Oh yeah,
but it's just the webbing.
Just the webbing. Wow.
don't know if you ladies know this, but
you know what? Whatever it is, we don't know.
well, have you ever heard the phrase that penguins fly through the water? No, you don't know? I've heard people actually say that, and it's pretty much a true statement. They use their wings for propulsion. That's how they move through the water.
Okay.
They use their feet and their tail actually as a rudder system to go up and down and then around. And even though killer whales and leopard seals are pretty fast on a straightaway, these guys can make the hairpin turn. So even though they only average about 7 to 10 miles an hour in the water, doesn't sound very fast, but they can do those hairpin turns in and out of the ice floes, or if you're a warm weather guy, in and out of the kelp beds, things like that. And you can get away from these predators.
We learned that from Happy Feet.
Yeah, yep. See?
So they can do a hairpin turn.
All right.
We're ready to go up?
Yeah, let's get you up in the cold. Fair,
Goody. Because my hair's still a little wet from the dolphins.
Oh, you're in good shape. We have people coming in here after the water rides, and that's a lot of fun because their pants freeze. Yeah. So, come on up, gals. And then we'll come down if you want. Just briefly tell you something about what's in here, but I think you already saw some of these guys.
Well, we did. Now, but I noticed they're all huddled away from the corner.
Oh, yeah.
And they do not want to do
They
Well,
see us.
it's so funny because they don't like the water right now, but in probably about another 2 to 3 weeks, we won't be able to get them out.
Really?
Yes. It's kind of like they realize, hey, I am supposed to be, this is cool, look at me. And then it's, it's game on. They've got to do the head count. Now, I'm going to ask you all to do that first and just step in here and down. That has been here, I've been here 13 years, and that has been here since I've been here. I don't know if you got it first, or where it came from, but it's been here for 13 years. You're right, I love it too.
I have sandals on.
Yeah, this would be good for you.
Fantastic.
Well, if it looks like we were having fun, we were. I wish everyone could experience a behind-the-scenes tour of SeaWorld. But don't forget, if you can't actually get there, we've got more episodes coming up on Animal Magnetism. So join us again in 2 weeks because we probe even further into the inner workings of the orca whale, the penguin, the dolphin. Join us then.